Vicky, how have we got to this situation, inflation with the possibility, and I don't know how strongly you would rate that possibility, of 18% by the new year?
In terms of where we might go from here, much will depend on gas prices. So the way the electricity cap will work, in other words, what consumers are going to have to pay and therefore how it affects inflation, will depend hugely on the energy market, I'm afraid, because it is energy and food prices that are causing the inflation that we're seeing so far. And the question is how much further it will go up. And the way the formula works, I'm afraid, if it remains that way, wholesale prices of gas go up over a period, then, of course, the price that we have to pay at the end as consumers goes up as well, which is pretty normal, I think, in quite a lot of countries, except that in many other places they have put caps on the cap, if you like. They have either frozen increases in prices or given very, very heavy subsidies to energy companies.
Vicky, as you say, a lot of this is to do with energy and energy prices. And in more depressing news, on the front of these newspapers this morning, it's also reporting that gas prices rose by 37% yesterday. And it's as Russia has said it's going to shut down its oil pipeline or critical pipeline to Europe for 3 days due to unscheduled maintenance. Now, is that something to be worried about? And when should we see the impact of that?
Yes, we should be worried about that. It happened, of course, a little bit earlier this summer when there was maintenance going on. So for quite a few days, there was very little coming down the pipeline. And there was serious concern that even when flows would resume, they would be at a lower pace. And indeed, what we're seeing is that only about 20% of what used to come and now comes to Europe. And of course, if it shuts down again, we get nothing for a while. So what's going on, of course, is that gas prices have reacted, as you're rightly saying. Gas prices now are 7 times what they were a year ago. And of course, they're affecting the UK, particularly because we also don't have any gas storage. We gave up on gas storage back in 2017. The Europeans are trying desperately to improve their own gas storage sizes, if you like, in the sense of putting a lot more gas, including some of our gas, into their storage facilities. We will be left with almost nothing in the winter because we don't have that facility. And in fact, at present, we have been exporting some of the gas we haven't been able to use because, after all, it's summer and we're not consuming as much. So, yes, it is a serious problem. If that continues in terms of the pipeline, then gas prices in Europe will also shoot up even higher. And there is concern now that what Europe will do in the winter is rationing. We're talking about this here already, but seriously rationing, particularly the industries that use a lot of energy, and then move on to households, which, of course, is going to be incredibly painful. And recession is forecast in Europe as well, I'm afraid, as much as it is here too.